The Comforts of Cyberpunk by Nerdwriter1. Go like and subscribe. Let's check it out.
Cyberpunk cities are vast collages where strange...
I was just going to say, I absolutely love cyberpunk settings. Love it.
Collages where strange and often shocking juxtapositions await on every corner. The future folded into the past and vice versa. Cities are like compost heaps, William Gibson told the Paris Review in 2011. Just layers and layers of stuff.
It is weird that we can find that. He says it's the comforts of cyberpunk. And I wonder if the comfort of cyberpunk comes more from knowing, now this is really weird and dark. Does it come more from knowing that in the future, people will be worse off? This is a bad thing to say, and this isn't what I think, but I think subconsciously this is what a lot of people think. But in the future, people will be worse off than you, which makes you feel better about being alive now, because most people aren't happy to be alive right now. What with bills and the way the world is, the lack of control. And when you look into the future and you go, look how controlled everyone's going to be then. Right now, you're pretty free. It does make, it eases you a little bit. Me personally, I think I get comfort from the idea of getting to live to see this. Now, will I? Of course I will. I'm immortal. I will never die. This is without doubt. This is without contest. But the idea of being able to see the merging of man and machine is very exciting to me. Very exciting. That's what I get from it.
In cities, the past and the present and the future can all be totally adjacent. For Gibson, the hallucinatory mishmash of stuff captured something true about experience in the new information age. The vertigo of accelerating change, the dizzying spectacle of globalized media.
I'm struggling to keep up with what he's saying. I think I understand.
Feeling of being drowned in consumer goods with...
Speaking of being drowned in consumer goods, did you guys hear that apparently there is going to be 500 drones released into the sky? I think it's over New York, though I may be getting the city wrong. 500 drones released into the sky in order to make a Candy Crush advert. The idea of companies taking over the literal sky in order to advertise to you makes me feel physically ill. I despise ads. If you're watching me right now and you've got ad block on, good. Turn on ad block immediately on every device you have. I found out that Opera GX blocks ads. I don't know if it blocks YouTube ads, but I despise ads. The idea that they're going to be advertising in the sky makes me feel like we're in a cyberpunk world already. And it's the worst looking, cheapest type. It's drones using
barely
lights.
A shelf life before obsolescence. Disjointed imagery had power because life was disjointed, and because we were. Maybe that's why these stories comfort me. Cyberpunk turns those messy feelings into a place where...
That's more or less what I was saying at the beginning of this, that cyberpunk makes you feel comfortable knowing that other people are going to be worse off than you. It helps you appreciate what you have now. I'd find some kind of weapon I was allowed to legally use and take them out the sky. Yeah, I also too want to just laser them out of the goddamn sky, the drones, the sky drones.
Where it's no longer necessary to resist the splintering pressures of society because the fight's over and we lost. All that's left is to submit to...
Oh my god, that's so dark. So he's saying, or maybe he's not saying, I don't know if at this point he's talking about what he feels or what a writer felt or what, but the idea that the comfort comes from knowing that we don't have to fight against anything anymore because corporations won and we lost, and that's just the way it is. I can see where the comfort in that comes from. God, that's depressing.
That's left is to submit to the carnival of sensations. In a cyberpunk future, I can let go. There's a relief in that, even a feeling of oneness. Think of the monologue Roy Batty delivers at the end of Blade Runner.
I've seen things you people wouldn't believe. Attack ships on fire off the shoulder of Orion.
One of my favorite scenes ever.
I watched sea beams glitter in the dark near the 10-house gate.
It's absolutely breathtaking. There's so much emotion in
All
it, man.
those moments will be lost in time.
If you're watching right now going, oh, great, thanks for speaking over one of the greatest scenes ever, it's because YouTube will copyright this if I don't.
Like tears in rain.
That is one of the most evocative speeches in film history.
It really
made
is.
more so by the visual of a rain-soaked baddie and the tears we can't see, underscored by Vangelis's music. It captures existential anxieties we all share. I have a kindred feeling when I look into the night sky. Nothing makes me feel smaller than imagining the space between galaxies, or the time it takes for a star's light to reach my eye. But
Dude, the first time, this is going off on a little tangent, but the first time that I heard that the light that you see from stars isn't actually right now because it takes time for light to travel, and that the light I'm seeing from here or there or whatever, the light from X star might have taken 1,000 years, 1,000,000 years to get here. The concept of trying to fit, because if I'm standing down the road and I turn my torch on, you just see the light. But in reality, it does take time for the light to get from my torch to your eyeball. It's not like when I click it, it's not the millisecond. Well, maybe it is the millisecond because I don't know how fast the speed of light is. I know I'm faster than it. But I don't know how, but it just, yeah, if the sun went out, we wouldn't know for 10, no, I'm pretty sure it's 7 minutes. 7 minutes it would take between the time the sun exploded and the light stopped hitting us, which is a crazy thought. Because the sun is like right there. It's right there. And it takes 7 minutes. It's just so, like, trying to process it. Because like, you can hear it and understand it, right? So I can hear that and I can go, oh, that's cool. And then you can think about it. And you can think that it would take 7 full minutes for the light from the sun after it exploded to stop hitting us. Absolutely. Like, you know?
while there is
Hey,
angst
boss, how's
in
it
this
going,
line
man?
of thinking,
Hold on, let's
there's
rewind it
also
a second.
space between galaxies, or the time it takes for a star's light to reach my eye. But while there is angst in this line of thinking, there's also a blissful feeling of surrender. Part of me is calmed by my insignificance.
I am not calmed by my insignificance because I am not insignificant. I'm a pretty big deal. I'm a pretty big deal. And it does not calm me even slightly.
By the teardrop of my life being lost in the downpour of time.
God, that was, ooh. That was a really, really good, really thoughtful video essay. This guy, Nerdwriter, Nerdwriter1, go like and subscribe, is fantastic. He has an ability to write that is, from what I've seen, very close to being unmatched. Absolutely incredible. God, I love Cyberpunk Worlds, and that was a really nice and thought. Like, I've never thought about Cyberpunk in that way. I'm gonna have to like let myself process everything that he just said, because that was really deep, really thoughtful, and just fantastic. Oh, I need to turn on notifications to know when he's releasing stuff, because I wanna be there when it releases. But yeah, Nerdwriter1, the Compass of Cyberpunk. Go like and subscribe. Appreciate you.